The 3D's episode 5 with Dustin as a still, and his audio is better
Hello.
for the most part, as far as we can tell right now, anyway. It may degrade as the
Well,
night goes on, but
if it degrades, you'll just hear me say, "Okay, now I'm gonna go to bed,"
peace.
and then Davison, you can just keep talking.
Yeah, until we
Yeah,
get tired of it anyway.
yeah, it'll be perfect.
So I
About
was.
30,
You should
about
you
30
should last
seconds
longer.
later, we're off.
Well, that's as long as this woman can handle him. So
Oh,
Jesus.
shit.
that's how we're starting it. But
You're already
Oh,
pushing that limit
Christ.
there, Hal.
we told Cammy, or I mean Karen, that we wouldn't talk about our sex life. So gotta start with something, right?
I think we can talk about Karen's sex life, not the other ones.
Cammy Karen.
So anyway, I was driving around town today and I saw a '89 Toyota Supra, or that generation
Yeah,
of Supra anyway, and it
my
got me.
buddy used to have a Celica like that.
No, that the next generation, not the Celica
Which one?
Supra, but the first Supra.
Oh, the
Um,
real Supra.
right, the one that
Yeah,
came
yeah, yeah.
naturally aspirated and turbo, and I had one, and it got me thinking, what is the worst daily driver that you guys have had? Because I
Apparently, is a Ford Flex involved in this? Like,
no
is that
no
literally the worst daily driver
the
ever?
because that Supra or that body style of Supra that I had was an NA automatic, and literally the least fun car I have ever driven. Like absolutely no balls. It wouldn't spin the tires. It was just a dog. And it was a boat on top of that. It just wasn't fun to drive. I got rid of that very quickly. But yeah.
Oh, I had fun in everything. I had fun in a freaking Ford Fiesta. You
Yeah,
know,
I mean,
just passing people makes everybody think on that one. Like, how the hell did he get it up to 85?
yeah.
But
My worst daily driver would probably be that 93 EG Civic that I had for a short amount of time.
Really?
Oh, that thing was a piece of shit. It didn't go anywhere in the snow. It was like fucking straight piped. It was that teal green one.
I don't know if I remember that.
I don't
But,
remember. No.
That was the one that Huddleston put that used to have the big giant down the side was like the RPM or the tack on
Oh,
the
yeah.
side.
I remember
okay.
that.
Yep.
I got that I think in a trade deal or something. I don't remember.
That's how I ended up with that Supra because I was like, yeah. Like I knew a guy that used to have a non-turbo 5-speed Supra, and it was a pretty good time. And I don't know, that one that it was just like I had more fun in my minivan in my old Lumina.
Minivan equals mega fun, bro.
It does. Dude, you know how awesome a neutral drop burnout that thing would do?
Great until the
Like
tranny pops.
I never had a tranny issue with that. I we bounced it off of something so hard that the cap came off the rotor.
Jesus.
And yeah, and at that time I didn't know anything about cars, and my dad took it down to a shop, and they're like, the cap is broke off the rotor. Like, what was he doing exactly? I'm like, I don't know. I was just driving around.
Yeah. Over big bumps really quick.
Yeah, and in the dirt, I think we were trying to hill climb with it, maybe up a big hill. I think is where it kind of crapped out on us. But yeah, that was
Oh,
that was
I used
probably
to. I hated when I'd break something in high school. So, like heater core goes out in my truck. And
mhm.
that was before I'd fix shit like that. I just fixed simple shit then. But I'd have to drive my mom's 96 Sable. Oh my God.
Oof.
The only fun part about that car was you could stand in the lobby, and it was before everybody had keyless entry. So you could honk it at people when they're walking by and they'd freak the fuck out.
Yeah, no one in there. That'd be great. Yeah,
Yeah.
back in the day
That was the
when
only
nobody had
thing.
it.
Yeah.
Oh
But
yeah.
that boring, handled like a I don't know, a couch on wheels. It was
Mhm. Yeah, see, that's how that,
grotesque.
I don't know, that, like, for whatever reason, that Supra sticks in my mind as just a terrible car. Like, I don't get where people get their obsession with them. Like, it just sucked. Everything about that car sucked. Like, the interior's not that great. It's, and I guess it's different if you've got a turboed motor with a 5-speed, too. You get quite a little bit more
Oh
pep.
yeah.
But, I mean, even without a lot of suspension work, I don't think it'd be, a real joy in the hills. The thing was so rolly and just heavy. It just felt heavy. I don't know. That's right.
Yeah, because it weighed like 3,500.
Yeah, I think that's real, like 36 maybe even. Like right around what your Cutlass weighs with 1/16 the horsepower.
Here, I'm looking for a car I saw earlier that
What did you see earlier?
style. It's a first gen CRX. This thing has like 350,000 miles. It's for sale in Gillette, and the guy said it like runs rough, but he wants what was it, $1,600 or some bullshit.
That sounds reasonable. I mean, that's super high miles for that motor, but I don't know.
Well, and it's rusty.
Oh, is it? I mean,
Yeah, it's like way rusty.
I've got a really clean first gen CRX body out here. Needs a hood and that stupid plastic in between.
They all
the
need
hood
the
and
stupid
bumper.
plastic.
I know. And they don't make a metal one for it anymore. I looked.
Only the Civics had metal. CRXs were plastic.
Right, but at one point, someone was making a metal replacement.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They were like $600. But
well,
yeah,
they're
'cause
ridiculous.
even the fiberglass
Here.
ones are hard to find.
Oh, the fenders are plastic and the front's plastic. And the retarded part about that, here we go saying retarded again, but the retarded part is the CRX, the Civic, and the four-door sedans and the wagons all are different front ends.
Yeah.
They're
yeah,
not
I know
even the same.
that.
I just like how the chassis code on that car is EW.
Yeah, you like that? Like EW1?
Yeah.
Oh, EW4 is the fuel injected now.
I mean, yeah, you're losing.
Yep. Ugh. God, that motor doesn't look healthy at all.
Is that thing a pile?
Yeah.
I couldn't send it through the
Like-
podcast part, but
It's not. I used to have one that was this color red that was very similar, but the passenger side corner was
he's lowered his
wrecked.
price already.
Oh, yeah. What is it now?
Yeah,
Oh, he's
1,000
down
or
to
best
$1,000.
offer. Yeah, it was more than that this morning.
Nice.
I was like, holy shit, dude! I bought like 5 of them for $1,000 before.
Yeah. It's oh my god, how do I shut? Let's see. There we go. Turned off notifications. I'm sorry about that, everybody. Because that dings super loud through the podcast.
Is it?
Yeah. So I think I have it turned off now. So hopefully that if I'm getting a message, it won't.
Davis, that's your phone, ain't it?
No,
That's
that's not
Davis's
mine.
phone.
That was
Oh, mine's
mine.
on vibrate.
Oh, God, Chris.
Yeah.
This guy.
There. Should be all better now. There. Send me one more message through Messenger. We'll see if I get any notifications or dings.
Just it.
I'm reading this list that you sent me that is very disturbing.
Very disturbing.
Okay.
I like the superhero. Would you be a superhero or a wizard? I like that one.
Ooh. I'd rather be a wizard. You're a
Really?
wizard, Harry. Yeah,
You and Harry Potter just hanging out and having a cup of whatever the fuck he drinks.
Yeah, have you seen Hermione lately? She's hot.
Pretty sure you're gonna get arrested for that.
God, I'm pretty sure she's way over 16.
Who's that?
Hermione from Harry Potter. Like the only girl in the
never
trio
watched.
of.
Never watched a single one.
Are you serious?
Never.
One of these days you'll have to come over and we'll binge watch them all.
You're gonna watch Harry Potter?
Sounds terrible.
Yeah, you want to come over, Dustin? We'll do. You just get hammered.
No, I'm
and
good.
Watch Harry Potter. It'll be great.
I want to see Davis cuddle with Cammy though. Maybe she won't be so grumpy.
It's just to be grumpy.
Oh, okay.
She might be extra grumpy if Davis cuddles with her.
Oh.
Most women are,
Oh.
or dogs, or cats,
Oh yeah.
or Brett. You know, it happens. I don't know though. I think I'd rather be a superhero. I think I'd have to go with Spider-Man still.
I fat
what's
fingered the number. It was supposed to be number 32, not 33.
It was. I mean, it kind of depends on what your
I know what it
power
was.
is. Let's see.
I don't know.
What number?
Spider-Man has
32.
No, we ain't doing
no.
that.
That's disgusting, bruh.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know.
God. Jesus.
Somebody needs to take away Google from that guy.
I guess. Would you rather drink a cup of your mom's period blood or drink your dad's sperm?
Not answering. Not answering either way.
Well, I think my mom's gone through menopause, so we'll go with that. Oh, Jesus Christ. That is, that's probably one of the grosser things I've ever had to read.
Yeah, you should have read that out loud.
The ones that he's gonna cut that shit out. The ones that I'm reading, the ones on this list are pretty bad.
Yeah.
Oh
man. Would you rather be stranded on an island alone or with the person you hated the most? That's not that bad. That's kind of interesting.
Why, are you going to make friends with this person or just kill them?
Well, I mean, that's definitely a
I guess
food
you'd have-
source for a couple weeks.
Are they?
That's what I was going to say. He's going to eat them.
Mermaid bottom, always.
God, no. I'm done. Wow.
Would you rather be a member of the Kardashian family or a member of the Obama family?
Ugh.
Kardashians. I guess either way, your dad's got a penis.
Your mom?
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Oh God, Davis is going down.
I definitely go with the Kardashians over Obama. That's ugh.
Is that because you're white, bro?
No. That's because they got money.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Yeah. That'd be oof. Yeah. I don't know. So, here's another fun thing that I saw on Reddit. Someone accidentally put 85 octane in their 2019 Honda CRV instead of 87, and they're real worried about it.
E85 or just shit ass
No.
85?
85. So 2 octanes lower than what's recommended in the manual.
And they're real worried.
They were freaking out, and there are people like, oh man, I'd be throwing octane booster. I'd throw like a bottle of octane booster in there. I'd run that thing down to like half a tank and then fill it up with 93 the second you can. Like,
This is for real.
They're like, you're probably going to experience some power loss from it.
A CRV.
Because CRV is like #1 drag car in the USA.
Right, and apparently no one understands how octane works, because the lower the octane, the more power you get. That's 100% true.
I like Davis's eyes.
Do you not know that? The lower your octane, the hotter it burns, and the easier it is to ignite. That's why
One
you
chance of
get
detonation.
right, and that's where the issue comes in is with detonation. But on a naturally aspirated, you know, eco box, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't know. Like the
I don't know,
whole
man. Might matter to some people.
it does, but it doesn't. It's I'm not a professional tuner or anything, but I understand how you know that works to an extent. It's not that big a deal. There's just not that much that's going to happen,
It's
especially in
not like they're
something
going to take
like
this
that.
CRV and they're not going. Well, you would assume they're not going full throttle everywhere they go.
Oh, hell
Well,
yeah, that's how you run a
even
CRV.
even if you do,
God.
Let's fucking hook some nitrous up to it.
It's
Hell
like
yeah.
people have
Hook
listened
nitrous to
to
everything.
like all the Evo and STI kids that have like 400 or 500 horsepower tunes that they need to run 93 because that's what they're tuned on and that's what their ignition table is tuned to. Well, that's that's where their knocks set. I mean, in something that's stock, they've got knock sensors in brand new shit. It doesn't matter. It'll retard the timing a little bit and you'll be fine. Like, maybe. I don't see going from 85 to 82 making you knock so bad that it's losing power. Or 85 to 87. That too, I don't
You
know.
got to remember that VTEC, yo. VTEC matters.
Do they have VTEC on everything now?
Oh, I assume so.
Yeah.
I think I'd be hard pressed not to find a VTEC motor because I'm pretty sure they're down to like a handful of motors.
Yeah, you're probably right. They've got like the 2-liter turbo that they put in the Civic and the Accord. And I would assume they've still got a 2.4 4-cylinder.
Yeah, it's K
And
something probably.
Yeah, and a V6 of some sort that they're putting in the bigger stuff. But yeah, they probably got like 3 or 4 motors max right now, I suppose.
Yeah, they aren't running a bunch of them.
Yeah.
But
well, I guess back in the day they weren't running a bunch either. Really? How many motors?
Yeah, there was.
Well,
you
yeah,
go to
I
the
guess,
early '90s, you got fucking
the BC
what?
or the BC,
A, B,
BDH, and G.
F.
F and G. You can't forget the G, that 5-cylinder bastard that they made for a while.
Wow, there's everything. There's F22, F23.
Those, to be fair though, were all a variant of a very similar motor.
Yeah, but it was VTEC versus non-VTEC.
Yeah. But I don't know. The similarities were so, it's not like they had huge manufacturing differences when they were assembling. I mean, it was basically assembly differences. Because I've got an F23 block with a fucking H22 head on it right now.
Yeah, I know where that head came from.
Yeah, I know where that block came from too.
Yeah,
same guy. Fucking dickhead.
Yeah, he is. I heard his name's like Davis or something.
Oh,
I think it was Dustin, maybe.
Oh, that could be. That might be right.
That might be more accurate.
Sure, we'll go with yes.
Did it have oil pump failure?
Hey, fuck off, bro.
My last H did, but I don't remember where I got that.
It wasn't me. That was that HMO one you had.
Oh, yeah, that's that one that came out of my minivan.
Yeah.
When I had my H22 swap minivan.
Was that Shrub's old one?
Yeah. Yeah, he swapped in the H22 and the automatic, and I did the old 5-speed swap on her. And, yeah, that's something different. Talking about from last episode, cars that are different. That was probably one of the most unique Hondas in the United States at the time, in my opinion.
Well, In Honda's defense, 1945 was a rough year for them. You old. Fine, I can't do those jokes. Everybody does them me, but I can't do them.
You're the oldest one in the fucking group, so yeah, no, you can't do them.
I know. But no, that was unique. It was different.
Yeah, I mean, there's
I can't say you were on a bandwagon of any kind there.
no, there's
Yeah.
I think at the time that I had swapped that, there was maybe 4 people in the world that had an H22 5-speed swapped Odyssey. Because it was a nightmare trying to figure everything out for that. Getting all the right parts and the axles and, you know, just everything that goes along with putting a transmission into a car that was never meant to have it in there.
Axles are
Especially-
easy, bro.
No, they're not.
I got a phone number. They're easy.
They are.
Well,
They are now, but you're also talking what?
Oh no,
No,
Years
mine were
later?
easy way back
no,
when.
there's still it's like a combination of 2 axles that you have to use, or you call like the drive shaft shop and go,
Or
"This is
our
what I
axles.
need." Yeah, our axles too.
Yeah, those guys are on the nut there.
Yeah,
That's who I always dealt with.
but at the time I didn't have $500 to drop on a pair of axles.
That's
So,
pretty close.
Yeah, that's real
I think there were
close.
200 a piece, I
Something.
think, when I did it.
Yeah, something like that. So, yeah, but there's a way. It's like I don't know, using a Prelude axle and
With a B series in or something like that.
yeah, it was
Or
something.
knuckle or something.
Yeah, it was kind of odd. Oh my God, what was that? It was it was a very specific Integra axle that you had to use off of a DA, but it was, I can't remember if it was the early DA or the late DA. Anyway, yeah, it was a pain in the ass to figure out though.
Yeah.
But I did it and drove it for a while. And then I parted it out and crushed the van, and I never should have done that. But
That poor little Accord wagon I had with the H22 and the turbo. Where's that night? No, that was turbo. That turboed H22 wagon.
That white one.
Yeah, I got that from Shrub actually, but that poor car got crushed after I sold it. Somebody bought it and pulled the motor out and then crushed it.
yep. There's a lot of cool stuff came out of Shrub's garage. That's fast.
Yeah, that one only left like, I don't know, 3/4 of oil from the Rapid to Whitewood.
Oh.
So
he
yeah,
just-
that F was not in good shape.
Oh. Yeah, are there any cars that you've gotten rid of that you've super regretted getting rid of? Like off the
Talking
top
to
of
me or
your-
Davis?
Both of you. No?
Probably my first one.
What's that?
That
Your
7
your square
Camaro.
body?
No, that 70 RSSS Camaro I had.
Oh yeah. That was a real dumb car to get rid of.
Yeah, probably that blue 91 Chevy I drove in high school. That was a fun truck.
Yeah.
But
I had an old 2-wheel drive. I think it was a 92 Chevy, and with a 5-speed 350. I think it burned more oil than it did gas, but it was a blast to drive. Like second gear, you could do some sick drifts, brah.
nice. Oh God, here he comes.
That's
No
just
wonder he
real
wants to be
video
a
of
wizard, so he can be a dragon.
I think the vehicle I missed the most was probably the first
Don't say it.
SRT8.
You.
Hey, listen. If you talk to some of these guys around here, though, the SRT8s are slower than the SRT4s by a lot. They're not any good, Davis. Look at me. Look at me when I'm talking to you. They suck. SRT4, bro, all the way.
Oh, I should have a beer. Oh my god.
I just have a hard time. I've driven a Cavalier or a Caliber. I was gonna buy one as a daily driver when my other SRT4 was down.
Yeah.
You couldn't pay me to fucking take a Caliber SRT4. The torque steer was horrendous. The fucking body and the interior, the bodies, they weren't bad looking. You know,
No, I kind of like the Calibers.
Michael Iles' Caliber
I'm
is
out.
fucking dope. I really like that thing.
Yeah.
The interior is fucking junk.
Just cheapo Dodge interior.
It's like the debate, you know, a buddy of mine and I were arguing today. The Chevy Colorado is absolute dog shit compared to an S10.
Is it? I haven't really looked at it.
I don't know. I've never drove a Colorado.
The fucking interiors are fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you're giving an S10 a little too much credit there.
I like the 90, 98 and newer S10s. I love them.
They did have a decent dash in them.
Now, don't you give me a 94 to 97 and it's getting swapped to a 98 and newer dash.
Yeah, listen. 93 digital
Oh,
dash.
God. 93 what?
The digital dash.
Oh, God.
Perfection.
No.
Get that 6-speedo. Wah. It was awesome. Straight pipe that bitch with the 4.3. That's how
I can agree. Like,
that's how
Okay,
I got
we're gonna
arrested.
we're gonna have to replace Kuipers.
I could see like a 90, what is it, 93 Prelude with their digital dash. Sure, that was
Those
cool.
were cool. Well, even the old 300ZXs, like the 84, 85s, those had the
Yeah.
coolest dash for digital.
Yep. Yeah,
So what's this? Or I'm gonna get a beer, and then you're gonna tell me a arrested story.
my arrested story?
Her arrested story.
My arrested story. It's really not super interesting, but I did get to spend a night in the Buell County Jail, so that's fun. Yeah.
We can't tell when Hale comes back with his beer.
I am.
Oh, he's back already. Beautiful.
Yeah. I stubbed my fucking toe on the way, but I'm there.
It's a fucking island, isn't it?
Yeah, some guy put an island there. I don't
Who
know.
the fuck put a slab of wood in the middle of the floor?
Oh.
That would be me. It wasn't
All right.
my idea.
So my getting arrested story, this starts in like I want to say '03. We had a homecoming car that we cut the top off.
I don't know if we're able to talk about that. There was an incident a while ago.
No, so we it was like a 91 Pontiac Sunbird. I don't know.
Oh, those are horrendous.
It's like the Pontiac's Cavalier, I think, basically. We lopped
Was it an awesome convertible?
it was
Well,
when
it was
we were
when you got done.
So we lopped the top off, cut the top off. We cut the exhaust off because we're jackasses. And went to go get insurance, and they're like, nah, we're not insuring that. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And so we're out driving around on homecoming and got pulled over. And the cop was like, you guys need to go home, and I'm taking all your eggs. So,
Were they, Chris? I got an important question.
yeah,
Were they all in one basket?
no. So we gave him half our eggs. And,
God damn it, Davis! What's your problem? That was good. Fuck off, Davis.
and
You know this story. I don't.
no, I don't
don't.
think he does.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So,
I'm just picturing Kuipers dressed up as the Easter Bunny, fucking carrying fucking a basket of eggs.
no, so
That'd
anyway,
work. That'd work.
so we give him half our eggs and we tell him we're going to go home. So we just go to a different neighborhood. And so
Where is this at? Here in Rapids?
this is here in Rapid. So we're out screwing around and get pulled over a second time. And the second cop was like, okay, you guys just hang out for a minute. And he comes back and he goes, where'd you get all the eggs from? I thought the other officer took them from you. And we're like, we stopped at the store and got some more. And
God.
he's like, yeah, I don't think he did. And he told you to go home, and you're still out. And he's like, so I need to see your license and your registration and your insurance. And I'm like, well, here's the registration and my license. We don't have insurance. And he goes, okay, you have to go to court. And I never did.
That's called a benchmark.
This was like
right
02, 03, somewhere in there. So fast forward to when I was 22 at the time. So had been married for like, I don't know, a year-ish. My buddy was turning 21 in Vermilion. So I drove our 93 Blazer with me and another buddy. We were going to his birthday party in Vermilion. Drove down to Vermilion, and while I'm there at his house, he gets a sheriff pounding on his door, going, we've got a warrant for your arrest for a no seatbelt ticket that you haven't paid. He goes, you need to pay, it's $25 or I got to take you to jail. And he's like, what? So we give the cop the $25 and get the ticket paid, and we have our party, whatever, have a good time. So we're headed back home, going through Chamberlain, and it is snowing hard. And I was doing like, I don't know, 55 on the interstate, just kind of putzing along. And he pulled me over for a loud exhaust because I had a straight pipe V6 Blazer because I'm awesome. And he goes, you know why I pulled you over? And I go, no, I have no idea. He goes, your exhaust is really loud. I went, I didn't think it was that bad. I've been driving like this for a year. And he goes, well, I need your license and registration. So I hand him my license. And he comes back and goes, you've got a warrant out for your arrest. And I go, for what? He goes, you've got a no insurance ticket in Pennington County. And I went, what are you talking about? And this is being pulled over multiple times in Pennington County beforehand. And no one said anything to me. Like, hey, you need to go to court or you need to go turn yourself in or whatever. No one said anything. I'm out in the middle of fucking BFE, and this cop goes, well, we're going to have to take you down to jail. And I went, okay. So I'm like, well, I give my cell phone to my buddy, and I go, call my wife, tell her what's going on, and drive back to Rapid, I guess, because I'm not leaving with you. So he drives my Blazer back to Rapid. I go to the Buell County Jail. And so I get processed in, whatever. And as the cop is walking me to my cell, there's 3 big fucking Indian guys in there. Like, I'm not talking like fat big. I'm talking like fucking built fucking Indians. And
That's Native American, bro.
Whatever. I'm too old for that shit. Anyway, so as I'm walking into the cell, there's one dude in the shower, and this other big guy sitting in the corner goes, hey, don't drop the soap or I'm going to come in there and butt fuck your ass. And I went, oh, great. And
and that's how Chris lost his virginity.
No.
He was already married.
So, I don't know, I got processed in at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And by the time they got everything figured out in Pennington County, the guy that was dealing with it on our end over here was like, why the fuck didn't they let you go and tell you to deal with it when you got home? And I was like, I don't know. That's a good question. Because
the cop was a dick?
Yeah, basically. And, another fun point. I tried to call my parents from jail. Because in my cell there was a phone. So I call my mom, or my parents' house, and my little sister answers it, and it goes, you have a collect call from Buell County Jail. And she goes, huh? What? Click. And would not answer again. So, long story short, my buddy got back. They got everything figured out. They paid my $100 fine in Rapid, and then they got a court date set. So then I was able to be released. And this happened at like, I don't know, 5 or 6 o'clock. But I'm in Chamberlain. Where am I supposed to go? I could have walked to Cammie's grandpa lives there. But, that's like 2 miles away in the snow. I'm not walking that. So I'm like, well, whatever. Because you can't talk to anybody really. So I didn't have any clue of what was going on. Except for him coming in and going, well, you're free to go. And I go, I don't have a ride. So.
My car's back in Rapid now, thanks.
Yeah. So my dad, so this was in 07 or 08, early 08, like probably February. Yeah, February of 08. Because my dad had just bought a 07 F-150. And so my buddy gets back. My dad gives my wife his truck, and she drives to Chamberlain at like 1 o'clock in the morning to pick me up. And
I bet that was a fun talk.
it was.
That was a fun ride home.
By the time, with her dealing with everything, because her and my dad were dealing with everything on this end, trying to get it straightened out so I could get out of jail over a no insurance ticket from, 5 or 6 years prior. So she was pretty much calmed down and kind of understanding of it by the time she got there, thankfully. It's probably a good thing I was 3 hours away. But
she talked to that cop's manager, didn't she?
She may have. And it's funny because the cop that handled our side in Pennington County was the liaison at the high school I went to. So he kind of knew me. So it worked out fairly well. But yeah, that was my getting arrested story. So they finally showed up like 2 o'clock in the morning, I think. The guard came banging on the cell. Hey, Kuipers, your ride's here. And I went, great, I'm out of here.
Hold on. You were released from jail, and you went back in with the 3 big Native Americans.
Well, I never really left the cell. We had a TV in there, so we watched Dexter the whole time. Yeah. So, I talked to a couple.
Were you big or little spoon?
I was top bunk and no one with me. The bunks were really small. But yeah,
Well, yeah, you were sharing them.
Nah.
All right, Hale, what do you got?
That was the time I got arrested.
My time I got arrested? Well, I learned that I cannot drink 4 liquid cocaines and then try to drive.
Hell, you can't drink 2 beers and try and drive.
Oh, I don't drive, but I can't.
What's a liquid cocaine?
We had a bartender friend, and she made them, and if you look it up, there's a lot of shit in there. But she would make it as a drink, not a shot. I'm getting to it. I'm Google searching here. So we were up in Deadwood, and we were pounding those and thinking, oh, this is cool, just having to Ooh, I didn't know Starbucks made one. Okay, anyway. You ready for this?
Bad.
Yeah,
I'm getting to it.
Lay it on, buddy.
Oh, full recipe. It didn't have Jaeger in it, but this says Jaeger, cinnamon schnapps, peppermint schnapps, rum, 151 proof rum.
Yeah, Bacardi 151.
It was good though, the way she made it, and then you'd drink it and you'd be fine. But there was like 7 different shots in there.
Oh,
so every one of them bastards.
It's a dead Nazi with Goldschlager. So it's Rumpelmans, Jägermeister, and Goldschlager.
Oh no, this was a twist on this.
Oh, okay.
But there was 7. I remember that there was 7 different shots in that drink. So I had 4 of them, and we parked in the parking garage, and it was that fucking bright orange Chevy pickup I had, the GMC, I guess. But the windows were all iced over, so we took our cards and scraped the side window where the weather stripping was to break it free.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the parking garage guy called the cops when we got out of there. So the cops followed me all the way through Deadwood, and I was going to turn and go up the hill by the lodge, but I decided to go to the canyon because we were going to take the back way, and I touched the center line, like where the road split. I just barely touched the line, and the roads are snow covered, everything else. So we get down the hill, and the cop pulls me over, and I'm like, oh, fuck. So we get out there, and he gives me a field sobriety test. And, of course, I can't ever walk a straight line regardless. And then he's like, say your ABCs. And I'm like, dude, I don't know my ABCs. I'm from Whitewood. And he didn't think that was too funny.
Did he tell you to do it backwards? Because I can't do
No.
that sober.
But in my report,
don't say that either.
In my report, it actually said does not know his ABCs. I read that out loud in court, so that was fun.
That's kind of like that Ron White tater salad thing, I think.
Yeah, you know what I blew? I can't remember what I blew. It was like 0.1 something. I've blew higher than that before, yeah. Wait, legal 008, is that right, or 08?
Yes, 0.08.
00? 0.08. Yeah, it was a 0.12 is what I had or something like that. But the funny part is, I hand my keys off and they have the truck towed and blah, blah, blah. So the cop gives me and my buddy a ride back into town, drops him off at the casino. So then takes me to jail.
Did you go to Whitewood jail or Deadwood jail?
No, Whitewood don't have a jail. It's all
I suppose
Deadwood
they don't.
jail.
It's all lead or
Deadwood.
Yeah, Lawrence.
So we get up there with the good old red floor jail. Yeah, all the floors are red. Just
that's
FYI.
so you can't. That's like brown pants, buddy.
Yep, for sure. So I'm sitting there, and I know a couple of the cops, and I can hear them. I'm like, fuck, they're gonna come give me a hard time. And they bring in the phlebotomist, person that draws your blood.
Yep.
She pokes my arm and she goes, wow, that was easy. And I go, you don't even know me. You shouldn't say that. The whole fucking jail hears this story. But yeah, get thrown in the drunk tank. And up there, you have to wait until you can blow a 0 to get out. It's not, you got to stay here an hour or 2 hours, blah, blah, blah. Somebody has to come get you. You blow a 00 before you can get out.
Oh, that's rough.
So it was like 9 o'clock the next morning I got out of there. And I had to have my roommate's girlfriend come pick me up because my shit's up at the,
impound
tow
lot.
yard.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. But went to the old drinking class after that, and everybody's, going, well, when you got your DUI, how many drinks did you have? And blah, blah, blah. And this person's like, I had 12, I had 14. And I'm like, I had 4. They're like, what do you mean you had 4 drinks? I'm like, I had 4.
Wow.
So, yeah. But yeah, you sit around there and bullshit and, talk and learn and blah, blah, blah. And then the first thing you want to do when you get done with there is go have a beer. So I don't really know the point of it, but
yeah,
they're like, yeah, you can ride a bike if you're drunk. You're fine if you ride a bike, but you can't ride a horse because you can still get a DUI on a horse.
I think you can still get a DUI on a bicycle.
See, and this was back in
I think they turned over or redid that horse one because the horse has common sense and will not put itself in harm.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Because when I was moving to Arizona, or when I was moving back to Ohio, and my parents were moving here, I came across like Blue Collar Comedy or something like that on Sirius back then, and they made a joke. Oh, in South Dakota, you can get a DUI on a horse, and they were ripping on South Dakota not having anything but horse and buggies and shit. And then moving here, they were talking about how they had just gotten rid of it, and how back-ass backwards this place was.
That sounds about right.
Let's see. Yeah, so on Google, the first thing that comes up, if you type, can you get a DUI on a bike, you get a first DUI conviction is a misdemeanor in most states, regardless if it's committed on a bicycle or in a motor vehicle.
Oh, I'd be pissed.
Well, and I know in Rapid,
Right?
because they used to do those, what the hell they call it, ride and booze or something like that. I remember being at
Yeah.
Safeway, and those guys
Yeah.
would come down, and there'd be like 100 bikes, people fucking hammered, just riding around on pedal bikes, and they put glow sticks and all that other shit on them. It was a pretty cool thing. But I think you can get a DUI on a pedal bike now.
Yeah, I don't. According to Google, it looks like the majority of states you can get a DUI on a bike.
What I think is bullshit is ride-on lawnmower.
No, that's dangerous, bro. You can cut
Yeah.
somebody's finger off.
In
Yeah,
your
you-
fucking yard.
What, in your yard?
Well, I thought maybe you're driving it down to the bar.
No.
I don't
You
think
can
you
drive
can
it on
get
your
a
own
DUI.
property.
Yeah,
you can't get it. You can be on your own property.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the reason you can do burnouts in your driveway and not get in trouble.
That's the
Burn out
reason
your
you can be
fucking
drunk
yard.
and
Or go to
Yard
like
race.
how they do the
Yeah.
drift events. It's you can't drive like that on the street technically, but because it's in a private lot, they don't have any enforcement there. So, yeah, you can be hammered all you want and mowing your lawn. They shouldn't be able to do anything to you.
as long as you don't go in the street.
Yeah. Yeah.
As soon as you turn around to the street, you're probably toast.
And I would assume the second a wheel touches like a sidewalk or something, they could get you as well.
That's
So you
probably
just-
like reckless endangerment or something.
You just want to stay away from the edges. You get those with
Yeah.
the weed whacker later.
When you can walk.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're more able to stand.
I don't know. Davis, get on it. Go mow your yard.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now.
It's got snow in it.
For real.
Well, you get yourself a snowblower attachment for that rider.
There you go.
Then
Pretty
you do
good,
2
yeah.
passes in your front yard and be done.
On lawnmower.
I think Menards is still open. Don't you know somebody?
They're closed.
Oh,
Are they?
okay.
Hmm.
Oh, Jesus.
See, Karen, it's not just you we talk about.
Yeah, she watched the whole
She
episode.
won't make. I would say she won't make it 48 minutes in.
She actually watched the entire last episode. She enjoyed
She's
it.
Just
watching
that
it
one,
now
she
to
said.
fucking find out what we're saying about her.
No, to be supportive. That's what she tells
Oh
me.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
She wants.
that's
No,
called
she
being
doesn't do it.
Snoopy.
No, she wrote down a bunch of notes for me, and I mean, basically all just constructive criticisms type things.
Get rid of hell. Get rid of hell. Fuck Davis. Get rid of hell.
But yeah, no, it
Okay,
was
I cut
it
out,
was
I don't know
all
what
stuff
you said.
I know. There's recording
What did you
issues
say?
and
I said I cut out. I don't know what you said.
Perfect timing for that internet to suck.
but yeah, so no, she watched the whole episode. She says she's gonna go back and watch the other ones as well. I don't.
She should probably
That's-
not do that.
That's like 6 hours worth of. Well,
Oh,
no, you're,
there we
I
are.
don't know. That's
Uh-oh.
like six or
She hears you.
6 or
she
8
hears you
hours
talk-
worth of audio that she's probably not gonna listen to all of that. So
She hears you. She hears you talking about her.
Yeah,
so
that's
you
no shit.
fucking
She's
turn
shutting
them
him down.
no.
I'll show you constructive criticism. Click.
out.
See, she can't though because I got all the internet stuff in here. She's not technically
She cuts
savvy
power to the
enough.
entire house.
You should
The
change
house
the
is
Wi-Fi
on a-
password real quick.
The house
See
is
what
on
happens.
a different circuit than I am, so
Oh.
we could kill all the power in there, and I still good over here.
Do that.
That's
No.
what
You
we
have
need
the-
to do.
You have the breaker, don't you? Just shut off the
That's
breaker.
No,
to
the
house.
breaker's in the house as well.
Oh, that's gay.
That's what we need to do. Special guest needs to be your wife or Hale's wife.
It wouldn't be that
What, so-
interesting.
So both of us can cut out at the same time, or what?
Yeah. Hey, your wife can walk around naked in the background now, and nobody will see her too.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
How do you know she's not behind me?
But I don't. I'm just
How do you
saying.
know she's not? How do you know she's not under the table?
It's 9:50. She's asleep. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Old
Shoot.
She's been out for 2 hours.
No,
Not quite.
45 minutes.
Oh. So, I guess the day after Christmas, my aunt and uncle hit 3 cows in their F-150 and just
Holy
wrecked
cow,
it.
bro. Holy cow.
Yeah. And so, yeah, killed all 3 of them too. Yeah.
The cows, Davis. The cows,
The
not the
cows,
people.
not the people.
Well, obviously.
They all walked away. But what are some of the like gnarliest accidents you guys have been in? Because that was like nuts. I might try to see if I can find some pictures of it that I can show.
Two of my 3 deer hits were with Kirksey in the passenger seat.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That sounds about right.
The Ultima was bad. We were headed out Nemo Road, and they had just gotten done plowing the roads, and the snow. It's that weird subdivision that you're like on a straight road, and it's got this little like housing subdivision. Just all of a sudden, just their driveways are all over the place. Snow was banked up over the fences, and deer they jumped over and had nowhere to go. It was just like fucking hitting a pinball. They just went down the side of the car, up over the roof. It was fucking bad.
Yeah. Here, let me see if I can. Oh, yeah, there it is. Look at that. That's their truck after 3 deer, or
That's
not
like a
3 deer,
9
but 3 cows.
There
It's like
used
a
to
9
be
to
a
13 or
See,
9 to
right-
14.
There's all 3 of them in
Holy
a.
shit.
Yeah.
What were they doing in the middle? Oh, okay. The road is off to the right. Okay.
Yeah, the
Did they
roads.
get to take any of them? Like,
No. And they said
for your troubles?
this one, this middle one here, my aunt said like 3 minutes after they hit it, it was bloated and all the legs sticking straight out like that. But yeah,
So
there's
was that? Oh fuck!
yeah.
Is that Farmer's Road or what was that on?
Yeah, well, no, I think it was actually this is a highway. It's
Yeah.
oil.
So did the cows get out, or you're?
Yeah,
are they-
the cows were out of their fence.
Okay, so they're not in
No,
trouble
Davis.
for killing.
They ran into them in the
they're-
pasture. I don't know how it happened.
No, they but
Well,
yeah.
like Sheridan Lake Road now, they have their cows going across.
yeah,
and
they
you
have
hit them,
the-
you're responsible.
They had the cattle guards, though,
Yeah.
to let you know at least.
But if you hit them
So-
on that road, you're responsible for.
Yeah,
Well-
the damages you do to that cow. Yeah.
Yep.
If you can't miss one cow when you go down a road with a cattle guard, you got bigger issues, dude. Because
They just fucking hit 3 of them.
well, yeah, but that
Well,
was a main highway.
Middle of the night on a highway, though. I don't.
That's not crossing a cattle guard. Going, wonder if there's any cows around here.
No,
Yeah.
there's literally like a 10-mile stretch on Sheridan Lake Road that
Yeah.
cows are all over the place, all
Yeah.
over the road and everything.
Yep.
See, you got to watch out for the elk. I about hit an elk one night.
Yeah, elk will wreck your car real quick.
Got to watch out for them
Elk
horns.
will fuck you up.
Yeah.
Well, them horns are coming at you. You don't want to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the worst thing, I've probably killed like 8 or 9 deer in vehicles. I had
Jesus, I've hit one.
Well, I used to live out Nemo Road, and a lot of night driving 50 miles an hour. They come out of nowhere. But yeah, the one I hit at Christ, I think I was doing like 55, 60, something like that. He jumped from my driver's side. I caught a glimpse of his ass as he clipped my passenger side right on the bumper of the old 84 F-150. The next morning we saw him. He was laying up on the bank like 35, 40 feet, like way off the road. But, and all he did was break my grill and then made my headlight a little floppy. I had to tighten up a screw. And then our old, we had an old '01 Power Stroke. I think between my dad and I, we probably killed 15 deer with it. Because the bumper was just at the right height that it just clip them in the head and they just suck under and that was it. No damage. I can remember driving to a job site one morning and it was out Nemo Road and there was just skid marks off the road and a dead deer right in front of them or where they stopped. And I get up there and I go, do you guys see those skid marks that led to that dead deer? And my dad goes, yeah, that was me. There was a group of about 40 of them. I aimed for the smallest one. Yeah. So he clobbered a deer right away in the morning on the way out to work. But yeah.
I've only hit one, and that was in that 73 Camaro, and it sucked it into the grill, took out the grill and the radiator. And the header panel. That was it.
Oh, man. I think the most damage I've had from hitting a deer was going out on the interstate, headed to fill up, like, I don't know, 4:30 in the morning, something like that. Doing like 90 on the interstate. I had an old, like a '01 half-ton Chevy. And coming around a corner, blew both the airbags in that truck. And it was, so I was headed east in the eastbound. I was in the slow lane, and so got out, checked that I wasn't leaking any fluids, took a razor knife, cut my airbag out of the wheel, and drove the rest of the way to fill up. Because I still had both my headlights. I hit him dead square. And so drove to Phillip. Got light out. Kind of looked at the damage. Went, oh, there's a lot of stuff messed up. But it's running and there wasn't leaking any fluid. So it was fine. And on the way back, I'm looking for it. And I'm like, where is this thing? And it was in the westbound lane. On the on the slow lane on the westbound side. So it went from, I don't know how far that is, but it, so it went from the far lane over here to the far lane over here with the median in the middle on the interstate. But yeah, I was sore the next day after that. I didn't think that would make you sore, but hitting a deer at like 85, 90 mile an hour will do that apparently. So you ever hit any skunks or anything?
Oh, yeah.
Have you?
That Subaru of mine, I think it was a week and a half after getting it repainted after I T-boned that girl. We're out 385, and there was a raccoon in the left-hand lane, and like he got spooked, so he ran down, like parallel with my car, and then cut over. Next thing I know, I fog light, and the fucking bumper cover is just up over the front of the car. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. The paint hadn't been dry for 72 hours.
Oh,
I was pissed.
Oh man, I think sometimes those little animals do so much more damage because you get into all of that plastic.
I hit a porcupine once.
Ooh, I bet that kind of sucked.
Nah, it just bounced off the front diff of my Ranger. It went and left quills in my spare tire, and away I went.
Oh, that's not so bad.
It was pretty funny though.
I hit a small bird like a sparrow going to back east one time, and it caught. I had what was that? 99 Grand Am or something at that point, and hit right in between the grill and the hood, and just exploded it, and it turned the entire windshield red. It did absolutely nothing. I mean, there wasn't even a dent where the bird hit, but it was just turned on the windshield washer fluid, pulled over. Yeah, I couldn't see a thing. And it was, a small bird. It wasn't a pheasant or anything. And it wasn't even as big as a robin. It was like a barn swallow or something.
We had a pheasant. Me and my dad were coming back from somewhere. It was when I was just learning to drive, and it was my turn to drive. And we're going down the interstate, and a freaking pheasant hit the back window, and he was sleeping in the back of the truck.
How did it hit the back window?
Like the back side window, like the rear driver's side window.
Okay. Gotcha.
Oh my God. He jumped up so fast, he was freaking out. What the hell are you doing? What's going on? I'm like, it was a pheasant. It wasn't even my fault.
Yeah, my uncle hit a turkey that was full of eggs, or had a few eggs in it anyway, and broke a whole bunch of stuff and just splattered egg all over his, car. I think at the time he was driving a car to work or something, but yeah, just crazy. I guess that's what we get for living in the country and not like Atlanta or Denver.
Whatever. We could live down in Florida and hit like a herpes monkey or a snake or something. So
Or pigs. You drive through Florida, you don't see like we have dead deer on the road all over the place. They got pigs. Like just
Texas has
dead pigs
armadillos.
Everywhere. Yeah. Well,
Them armadillos are supposed to be pretty bad when you hit them.
That's possible. They have armadillos in Georgia too. I think I've seen more armadillos in Georgia than I have in Texas. We really didn't see, but we may have been in the wrong part of Texas too. I don't know. And they blend. Where we went, it was basically just flat land. So an armadillo's gonna not stick out real well. Whereas in Georgia, everything's green and armadillos aren't. So
yeah,
Cammie had one chase her to the camper as she was walking out of her dad's house one day down in Georgia.
She was probably talking shit to it. She probably deserved it.
Maybe.
I want to talk to your manager.
And then the mama armadillo came out and all hell broke loose.
All right. Sorry, Cammie.
Not sorry, Cammie.
Armadillos are the...
If you've made it this far in the podcast, sorry, Cammie.
Armadillos are like one of the creepiest animals. Like up close, they're super ugly. They've got like weird, like balding hair everywhere, and the plate armor. They just look like a weird. Like, do you remember those kids that used to like fake sword fight out in the fields with like cardboard swords and shit?
Jesus Christ!
That's what an armadillo reminds me of.
What is that? Live action LARPing. There you go.
LARP. You don't see kids doing that anymore.
I was going to say an armadillo is Davis's spirit animal, or what?
Wow. All right.
Oh.
Did you guys have people LARPing or rapping?
Yeah. I used to know a bunch of people that were really into it, like built their own chainmail and stuff. It was kind of cool. I never got into it, but
people.
I don't have the balls to go out and swing a plastic sword in front of like people driving by, I guess.
Where's Nick at? Nick needs to be on here. I can see him LARPing.
Yeah, he kind of does seem like the kind of person to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't even know what the fuck LARPing is. So
live action role play.
Yeah, they build their own swords and armor and shields, and they go out and have fucking sword fights with them.
Really?
Yeah, they used to do it down, I think Memorial Park, maybe. I don't know, that park off of 8th Street that they used to do the ice rink in. They used to do that in the summertime.
Oh, Wilson Park.
Wilson, yeah, that one. Yeah, they used to do it all the time when I was in high school. Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I would never have the balls to do that. I don't need people judging me that kind of way. I'll just drive Hondas.
There you go. That'll
Put
get their
it up
attention.
Without exhaust, so I can't hear them.
Oh, yeah. That flipping Integra. Some people shouldn't do swaps, I tell you what.
Which one, the green one or that one that you just got?
Well, hell, both of them since you brought up the green one. No, the one I just got.
What green one are we talking about? I guess I don't
That
know.
four-door that Kursky and
Oh, God.
Kuipers both
That I
had.
had. Yeah.
I'll give him one thing. The ball joints were tight on yours there,
Oh, yeah?
Chris. Yeah. But no, this thing has the wrong freaking distributor on it. It just, I
Ugh.
don't know where half the
Is that
shit
the
went
one that
he
was
did.
that B16?
Yeah, it's still a B16. But
Are you talking about the 4-door or are you talking about the silver one?
I'm talking about the silver one.
Oh,
Okay.
I know where that kid lives. The one
The
that,
kid I got it from, or the other kid, or whoever put it together.
well, the one that you got it from, I think, because I saw that Integra parked in front of a house for quite a while, over where I was working.
I think he had it in front of his buddy's house or something.
Oh, that
But
could be big. I don't know. There was a big lifted diesel sitting there with it. That was actually fairly clean looking, and I never really got a super good look at the Integra, but.
yeah, I got all the body put back together. Now I just have to do the rest of the crap
Nice.
for the most part. Yeah. Oh, I got that 442 done.
Oh, did
And
you?
well, I had to put a shift cable on it because it was shifting funny. So I took the console apart, and somebody had welded 3 washers to the end of the shift cable.
What?
They broke the end of the shift cable, so instead of buying a shift cable,
They just
They
welded
welded-
washers on there, huh?
3 washers on the end of the shift cable.
Well, couldn't you have just added or taken away from the washers to make it work?
No, that's not quite how that works.
Apparently, you're not trying hard enough.
But no, I got it fired up, and now the freaking head's leaking, so we got to pull the head off. And
Oh, lovely. At least
Yeah.
that's a semi-easy head to. I don't know old Oldsmobile stuff, but I would assume
Easier
it's
than
pretty
a Chevy.
similar. Is it? It's easier than a Chevy.
headers. There's only like 5 or 6 bolts in a header.
Oh, nice.
What is there on the Chevy? 2, 4. Oh, there. I don't know. There's a lot less, and they're at a better angle.
Oh, well, that's good. Oh,
Davis, you gonna fall asleep over there?
No, but it would be awesome if I could.
all right. Well, I don't know. We'll call it for the evening.
I
What
wasn't
we
saying
at?
I want to go sleep now.
Oh, well,
I just meant in general if I could sleep.
we're like a hour 10 in. I don't know. I thought we did. That was pretty decent stuff. So, well, yeah, I think
That works.
we'll call it 3D's episode 5.